A student is primarily a person enrolled in a school or other educational institution and who is under learning with goals of acquiring knowledge, developing professions and achieving employment at desired field. In the broader sense, a student is anyone who applies themselves to the intensive intellectual engagement with some matter necessary to master it as part of some practical affair in which such mastery is basic or decisive. In the United Kingdom and most Commonwealth countries, the term student denotes those enrolled in secondary schools and higher. Those enrolled in primary, elementary schools are called pupils. In Nigeria, education is classified into four systems known as a 6-3-3-4 system of education. It implies 6 years in primary school, 3 years in junior secondary, 3 years in senior secondary and 4 years in the university. However, the number of years to be spent in university is mostly determined by the course of study. Some courses have longer study length than others. Those in primary school are often referred to as pupils. Those in university, as well as those in secondary school, are referred to as students. The Nigerian system of education also has other recognized categories like the polytechnics and colleges of education. The Polytechnic gives out national diploma and higher national diploma certifications after a period of 2 years and of 4 years of study respectively. Higher national diploma can be obtained in a different institution from where the national diploma was obtained. However, the HND cannot be obtained without the OND certificate. On the other hand, colleges of education give out NCE after a 2-year period of study. In South Africa, education is divided into 4 bands: foundation phase, and the further education and training or FET phase, and high school in October and November of their matric year. Exam papers are set and administered nationally through the National Department of Basic Education. For government schools, while many, a school year for the majority of schools in South Africa runs from January to December, with holidays dividing the year into terms. Most public or government schools are 4-term schools and most private schools are 3-term school. But the 3-term government or public schools and 4-term private schools are not rare. 6 years of primary school education in Singapore is compulsory. Primary 1 to 3, primary 4 to 6, Sec 1s are 13. And Sec 4s are 16. Express students take secondary school from Sec 1 to 4. And normal acad and technical will take secondary school from Sec 1 to 5. There are also schools which have the integrated program, such as River Valley High School, which means they stay in the same school from secondary 1 to junior college 2, without having to take the O-level examinations which most students take at the end of secondary school. International schools are subject to overseas curriculums, such as the British, American, Canadian or Australian boards. Primary education is compulsory in Bangladesh. It is a near crime to not to send children to primary school when they are of age. But it is not a punishable crime. Sending children to work instead of school is a crime. However, because of the socio-economic state of Bangladesh, child labor is sometimes legal. But the guardian must ensure the primary education of the child. Anyone who is learning in any institute or even online may be called a student in Bangladesh. Sometimes students taking undergraduate education are called undergraduates and students taking postgraduate education may be called postgraduates. Education system of Bangladesh. Education is free in Brunei. Darussalam not limited to government educational institutions but also private educational institutions. There are mainly 2 types of educational institutions: government or public, and private institutions. Several stages have to be undergone by the prospective students leading to higher qualifications, such as bachelor's degree. It takes 6 and 5 years to complete the primary and secondary levels respectively. Upon completing these 2 crucial stages, pupils have freedom to progress to 6th form centers, colleges or probably straight to employment. Students are permitted to progress towards university level programs in both government and private university colleges. Education in Cambodia is free for all students who study in primary school, secondary school or high school. After basic education, students can opt to take a bachelor's degree at a higher education institution, which normally lasts for 4 years, though the length of some courses may be longer or shorter depending on the institution. In India, school is categorized in these stages: pre-primary and higher secondary. BSc Agriculture, which are 4-year degree course. Architecture, which is a 5-year degree course, and medical, which consists of a 4.5-year degree course and a 1-year internship. So 5.5 years in total. In N.